Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1395 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is: You lose the lesson when you hasten to clean the slate. You lose the lesson when you hasten to clean the slate. And what do I mean by this? When you are in a situation, when you are in the classroom of life, and there is something that is being written down on that slate, on that blackboard, on that screen that you are supposed to take notes from every experience that you have, when you hasten to clean the slate, when you hasten to move to the next chapter, move to the next subject, sometimes what happens is you thank you, Vidya. Sometimes what happens is you miss out on the lesson because the lesson, the class is there for a period of time. That experience is there for a period of time. And from that experience, you are taking note. Life is taking notes. You are taking notes as students in that class of life. If you rush to hasten and clean the board, what happens is you might miss out on some points. So it's important for you to take a pause between one major experience and then shift to the next. For instance, if you've had a major success, if you've had a major success, take a moment to celebrate that. Take a moment to assess where you are. Take a moment for what worked for you. Take a moment for who was with you. Take a moment for who wasn't with you. Take a moment for who encouraged you. Take a moment for who pulled you down. Take an assessment of all of these things, because these are the points that you are supposed to have written down on that board, on that slate. So take that assessment, take a pause, and then plan the next thing. Don't keep jumping after one thing after the other without aligning yourself, without realigning yourself, aligning yourself so that you can move forward. It's almost like sharpening the axe. I was speaking about this a few days ago on my live. I said, when somebody, when the woodcutter gets that commission to work on a part of the field, on the forest, and he says you need to cut down X number of trees, he doesn't go for it through and through. He does them in batches. It's done in batches. You do 5 trees and then you sharpen the axe. You do 5 more trees, you sharpen the axe. You take a moment to pause. That allows you across different levels to understand the journey. So if you are in that place today where you've had a success or a failure, yeah, it could even be a failure. I mean, sometimes when we have a failure, we start spiraling downwards into more failures. Now, how do you avoid doing that? You avoid doing that by taking that pause. You do not hasten to clean the slate. You don't hasten to go and say, no, 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 I've had this experience, but I need to move to the next one fast. Take down notes. Take down notes in the class of life. Take it down, understand, align, figure out where these notes are fitting in, plugging in into your space, and then have the next conversation, and then try the next thing, and then have that next relationship, and then, right? So do not rush to 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 band-aid something and say, it's okay, I'm fine. No, it's okay, I'm great, I'm successful. No. Take a moment to pause, take a moment to understand yourself, and then, with a fresh breath and fresh energy and a fresh spring to your feet, move forward. That's when you clean up the slate. That's when you write another story. That's when you have another experience. And that's when those experiences, that message is going to actually shine through, because your slate was cleaned up properly and you've taken notes from the previous class. I am speaking to you. So thank you so much for listening in, and thank you so much for being part of these daily conversations. We have beautifully arrived at day 1395. And what does that even mean? That means that I have been running these conversations daily since May 1st, 2018, every day without a gap, day after day after day after day after day. And we have arrived today at day 1395. Couldn't have done it without you. You have been my inspiration. I am so grateful to be able to present every day a thought and be creating that, connecting the thoughts, creating that ripple effect of positivity, hope, and faith. Thank you for joining me today. If this has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am learning. Because indeed, in every moment we are learning. I am learning in comments if this has been of value to you. Thank you, Lata. Lata says, brilliant success. Thank you, Lata. I do hope you've subscribed to the channel. And Vidya says, this means you are the epitome of consistency, dear consistency queen. Thank you so much for joining today. I am learning. Yes, you absolutely knew. I am learning. And yes, you are. Thank you so much. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so, so much. You are inspiring, says Abdullah. You are my inspiration. My kids are my inspiration and my pride. I love you, Beta. Shabakher. And on that note, I shall look for my Shoreel. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. I will catch you tomorrow. Thank you.